Hello, welcome back to my channel, Movie Junkie. I'll be reviewing the Braxtons Unbreak My Heart. I already know I'm late to the party, but anyway, we're going to still keep going. No matter what, at the end of the day, this episode is about pain in this episode due to a lot of health issues. At the end of the day, what is it to gain the world and lose your soul? What are you willing to do for fame? Are you willing to sell your mama out for fame? Your sister, your niece out for fame? That's crazy work. That's crazy work. If you're willing to do that, that's crazy work. The Braxtons are damaged people, in my opinion. They are damaged from their relationships. They are damaged for their heart being broken from the trauma they went through, honey. And in this episode, you could tell, can the sisters ever get their relationship together? And they are very a walking contradiction. And to me, it seems like you can't tell the Braxtons anything because they famous. They don't like to take constructive criticism, in my opinion. We're gonna get into it, honey. Yes, we are. So, Trina returned from Tulum to talk to her husband Vaughn with his health issue. And why I thought Vaughn was in a wheelchair, he's in a massage chair, the one that you would see in the mall. I'm like, is he in a wheelchair? Child, it's not no daggone wheelchair. Some people believe his story and some people don't believe his story. I don't know what to believe because nobody tells the truth on this show, okay? It's like they run around in circles to cover up the hand of the rock they throwing at each other, child. Don't make no daggone sense. So, Vaughn explains about his heart condition, that how he went to the urgent care and he had to go because they said he had fluid around his heart. And he was 309 pounds when he went into the hospital. And they had done surgery on him. When he came out, he was 279. They took off 30 pounds. Do you believe that true? Could that be possible? Child, I don't know. Because I don't really have health issues like that. I'm going to tell you, if you want to save money, stay in good health. How about that? Okay. Stop giving the healthcare your money. So stay healthy so you can keep your money in your pocket. He said he had a lot of fluid around his lungs. I like that story. Sound crazy though. Could it be possible? I don't know. Could he been exaggerating? A lot of people don't like Vaughn, but I like Vaughn for Trina. And I hope they stay together and work it out. Long as he not busting her inside the head and abusing her, I like Vaughn for Trina. And I hope they have an everlasting marriage to death do each other part. Because who would have thought Trina would have wound up with a black man? Okay. Who would have thought Trina would have wound up with a black man? You know she love her Spanish men now. She love her Spanish men. So I'm glad to see that she's with a black man at the end of the day. If he getting on your nerve, you can always go on a vacation spa and give him to his family until you come back. All right? He said if he would have had any couple of more drinks, he would have been dead. I said, oh my God. Trina is upset because she's yelling in the confessional. She said, I can't take no more. No more news. No more health news. No more secrets. No more anything. She tired. She tired. Trina been surrounded by losses. She lost her niece. She lost her ex-husband, Gabe. She lost her sister, Tracy. She knows all about loss and she can't take no more and can't handle no more. She almost lost her husband due to heart issues. And Trina is being a good wife, encouraging they both have to lose weight and do it together. And I think if they work out together, they could be unstoppable. Trina is not an ugly woman. She got to come down on the weight. She is beautiful. And so her husband is handsome. He need to come down on his weight too so they can live a healthy life. People think it's a game. God is taking people out of here left and right. They die right now. The rapture is God is collecting people right now. Right now. Okay? So you have to take your health serious. This is not a joke. It's not a game. God is collecting people today. Okay? Today. Not tomorrow, but today. All right? So take your health serious. If you want to live a longer life, if you want to see your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, it's possible because the Asian people do it. You can't tell me otherwise. How the Asians have a long lifespan and yet black people can't even make it to 60. Come on now. What is going on? You can't tell me no otherwise. I hope they get it together. I like Vaughn for Trina. I hope they get their life together. So Toni is doing her rehearsal. She's there to perform for the Jazz Fest, getting ready for Miami. And she didn't make it to her sister's bachelorette party, but she definitely want to make it to her Bridgerton theme party, which is around the same week as the Jazz Miami Fest. Toni is trying to make money so she could stay out of bankruptcy. Okay, and I ain't mad at her. Girl, make your money, do what you gotta do so you can live and survive. And Towanda is disappointed that her sisters is not there. Tamar is crazy. She is crazy. She do make good TV, but at the end of the day, Ma, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? Come on, girl. You can't serve two masters at this point. And I think that's what Tamar want to do. You can't serve God and serve Satan at the same time. What are we doing with our life right now? She goes to T.S. Madison to do this interview about the Braxton show. Okay? And it's called The Outlaws with T.A. Madison. So T.S. Madison want to know about Ashley being on the show. Tamar shuts it down because she has received a cease and desist. She said, I can't even talk about it. Tamar says that her and her sisters were in good spaces before filming the season 2. And I said, this is another contradiction that the Braxtons do. In the first season, she said she don't hear from Towanda unless they film it. So how can you be in a good space if you don't hear from your sisters for months? That's impossible. They are walking contradiction. They makes no sense. They always contradicting themselves. Like, what are you talking about? Either you in a good space with your family or are you not? Okay? She said before she received the cease and desist, they was in a good space. And I determined that was a lie. And at the end of the day, you stay feuding with your family. And out of Toni, your big sister mouth, she said if you was not her family, she would not hang out with y'all. And that came out of Toni Braxton's mouth herself. I ain't making this up. If you look at the clip on Google, that's what she said. She said it. So how y'all always in a good space and y'all always fighting? And so T.S. Madison says that her co-host always thinks that the Braxtons always like drama. And I agree with the co-host. I don't know who the hell the co-host is. Chad, I don't be subscribed to none of these people. I don't watch none of this stuff. I'll be down in the know. I'm not popular. So I don't know what the hell be going on at the end of the day. Whoever the co-host said, they like drama, and I agree. And I'm not the only one agree. If you do your Google, I think everybody in the world agree. This family love drama. And they do it all in the name of fame. Why? I don't get it. See, this is what I don't like. Braxtons like to hang around people who like to defend their bad actions, and I'm not with it. I don't care if you're a celebrity. What does that mean to me? If you acting a fool, I'm going to tell you, you acting a fool at the end of the day. Celebrity status don't mean nothing to me. All right? At the end of the day, T.S. Madison tried to defend Tamar's behavior, talking about, oh, they're a celebrity. You're going to get the good and the bad in the spotlight. I said there's a lot of celebrities in this world that you do not know what is going on in their household. So I disagree with T.S. Madison. That's why they act a fool, because they want people to say, yes, do this, do that. No, your behavior is wrong. You have to correct it. It's not good. It's not good. T.S. Madison asked her about her villain era. And she said in this season, this is not her villain era. She said the beginning of the first Braxton Family Values, that was her season villain era. because her sisters were spreading rumors about her. So she's shifting the blame on them. Let me tell you one thing they like to do. They don't like to take responsibility. They like to shift the blame to one sister to the other sister. And they've been doing this for years. Years. This is why I say they don't like to change. They don't want to change their behavior. They want their heart to be broken. That's why this is Unbreak My Heart. They like pain. That's why. They like pain. Because if you didn't like pain, why you keep causing pain and inflicting pain on yourself and to other people? Why? Because they like pain. And people who like pain like misery. Period. I don't care what nobody's saying. They like misery. Period. Why I said to gain the whole world to sell your soul is because of what Tamar said. She's saying she don't care what nobody says. This is the longest black-owned television entertainment. I said, what is the purpose of being the longest entertainment when y'all hate each other? Y'all hate being around each other. That's what y'all advertising. That's what you teaching the black community, to hate your sister, to railroad your niece. That's what you teaching the black community. What's the point of having success when you don't have peace? What is the purpose when you have a longest show and it's negative in a crazy way, and y'all think that's good, and it's not. And she said their family shows, like, everybody's family is not like the Braxtons, so don't be even saying that, because you fight your sister. Everybody is not fighting their siblings, okay? Some people like their siblings. There are people who might have little issues, but every family is not perfect. But at the end of the day, they not telling people secrets and fighting each other. There's some people who love going to their family house. There's people who love having dinner with their family and talking and gossiping about reality TV. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't hate their family like they hate them. It's more evidence that the Braxtons don't like change. And I feel like the Braxtons think they too famous to take constructive criticism. If you try to tell them what they doing something wrong, they feel like you a hater. Oh, you can't tell them nothing because they getting money through TV production, or they a singer. At the end of the day, God gonna hold you responsible for anything you do or what you hurt on people. You cannot hurt people and think God is not gonna spin the block. You heard? I'm just saying. I don't care who it's for. Even me, I can't even hurt people and think God ain't gonna get me. Hey. Towanda shows up for the dress fitting for her at the Ivy Road, and the stylist think they have months. She said, no, we only got 3 weeks. And she is not changing. The date is March 22nd. I think that's around Tamar's birthday. That's why Tamar won't be coming. I'm not really sure. And the stylist want to know what is the colors and the fabric that she wants. She wants lavender and chocolate. I think those are beautiful colors at the end of the day. He had to check with the manufacturers. He had the color. At the end of the day, Towanda expressed to her family who was there, which is her mom, Trina, and her daughter, Bridget. And they came all into support. But she's expressed to them that she is not happy that her sisters, Tamar and Toni, is not stepping up like they supposed to. At the end of the day, the mother don't really say anything. She says something, but I'm not really sure what she said. And she says that she has to get her ladies of honor dress fitted when the Bridget shower is happening. She has Trina measurements, but she don't have Toni and Tamar measurements. And the entire family is trying to convince her to postpone the wedding, but she says she is not doing it. At the end of the day, I want to ask a question. Could the results of Towanda getting hit by a car, could that be the results of her lying on her dead sister Tracy's husband, saying that he was a horrible husband in season 1? I feel like Towanda lied on her deceased sister and her husband. And could that be the results of lying, being forced witnessing against somebody? Because that's what the Braxtons do all the time, bear witness against people. And God don't like that. That is a sin. That is a sin. And did God return a favor by hitting her by a damn car? I'm just saying. It's just a question. I'm just asking the question. So she tries on this dress. I think the first dress was beautiful. But what was messing up the dress, chandelier and the chokehold, what was that about? If they would have took that thing off her neck, the dress would have been beautiful alone. Why she had a chandelier chokeholder? What the hell that was about, child? But the dress was beautiful, and they didn't have that part. But the second dress was the best. I don't know if he finished the top. It was chocolate on top and lavender on the bottom. I thought that was beautiful. She looked it beautiful, and she said something beautiful. She said that she is definitely getting married. She is 100% sure because her heart is 100% sure. And I said, I hope they work out. I said, they've been together for a long time. May they be together to death, do each other part. He had to be a strong man to put up with Towanda and her money problems. You got to be a strong man to deal with a woman with a lot of money problems, child. So Trina is at her home, cleaning house in the kitchen, getting rid of things they don't want that would affect their health and keeping the things that they want. And Vaughn is against it, but he gonna go with it. If he want to live, he ain't got no choice to go with it. And they not really throwing away the food. They just gonna give it to their kids, the things that they can't eat. And I really hope Trina and Vaughn, whatever, life is a battle. I hope they can work it out and stay together. I like Vaughn and Trina. I'm gonna repeat, I like Vaughn and Trina. And whatever they go through is workable. Long as he not abusing you and cheating on you, it's all good in my hood. That's all I want. It's all good in my hood. And certain things he is not willing to part. He's not willing to part with the apple fritters, which he get imported from St. Louis. I said he really like that. He's like, I ain't getting rid of that. He says, I'm not getting rid of that. I might not eat it often. We say that, and then we be eating one. Then we eat another one because I do it. I said, I want to eat one. And then I be eating the whole goddamn thing. So I hope he stays on his diet regimen so he can live a long time. I said, if Trina and Vaughn do it together, I promise you, they won't look so tired. They'll be more happier. Their blood pressure will be down. There'll be no fluid on the heart. And she plans to cook more healthier meals. I hope they could do it together. Ain't nothing like having a partner work out, especially a husband and wife, doing it together, getting their health together so they can live a longer life. I think it's a beautiful thing. So we supposed to be in Los Angeles. Toni's supposed to have a business meeting, and then she gets a call saying that her mother is in the hospital. Oh my God. Her Miss Evelyn is in the hospital. She had problems with her heart too. She was supposed to have surgery, and she had blockage in her heart. And at the end of the day, what would cause blockage and fluid on the heart is you having diabetes, kidney problems, and trauma, and other things. Miss Evelyn, she have diabetes. Oh my God, I didn't know that. She had diabetes, child. And that could also cause blockage on the heart and also trauma. Her children put her through the trauma with the blockage, with them fighting and feuding with each other. You know, trauma could also cause heart problems. If you putting too much trauma on the daggone heart. And then you're going to be out of here. Tamar was with her mom the whole time until they did turn. Trina and Towanda come in the morning. Toni came to visit her mom. And the mom looked so out of it. And Tamar was reading the menu about all these things her mom cannot eat. Trina busted out laughing. She said, I have diabetes that will bring my pressure through the damn roof. Tamar is making jokes. She said, don't you know your daughters are famous? And you're famous because your daughters are famous. And Trina just busted out laughing. They was making lighthearted. So she said she did not know she was supposed to have surgery. She said, why was her son Logan saying, let's pray for her mother? And she didn't know nothing about it. So production is at Miss Evelyn's house, and her kids come to visit. Towanda's calls and say that she's going to the doctor appointment. and the cast might be off before her wedding at the end of the day, and her bruise is healing up good. And Towanda says she got her marriage license, and her mother says congratulations. After she got off the phone with her, Toni comes through, and then Tamar and Trina comes through. So Toni asks her mom before they arrive, before her other sisters arrive, that what else you hiding from us? She said there might be another blockage, but the way she was looking at the camera, I can't take Miss Evelyn serious. It looked like she was kind of laughing when she was saying it. I can't take them seriously, I swear. And when they came, she made up this bogus story. She thought she was taking a different test where she had to do some exercise or something, and she didn't know. And I said, I don't believe that story, because I said when you go to the hospital or the doctor, they tell you what procedure. Don't you gotta sign papers that you're okay in the procedure and you know what you're getting? I'm confused. I don't believe the story is bogus. Why would she make it up? I don't know. Chat, I have no idea why these people do what they do. And the girl says they're gonna have to come together and have a sit down because of their mother's health. It might be stressing her out. They asked the mother why she don't tell her daughters anything. She said she don't want them in their business because she want to feel like she have control over her life. And when they are her business, she feel like she don't have control over her life. I feel like a lot of people who have been sick always feel the way Miss Evelyn feel. A lot of people who are sick feel like they don't have control over their life. And sometimes it can make them angry, combative. They want to fight, kick and punch. So I think being sick, especially terminally ill, can change your behavior, your mental, to become violent. I don't know if there's a study, but on the news, I think that's evidence of sick people becoming violent when one patient took out another patient and it made the news. So you have to be careful with people being sick because it can change behavior patterns. That's just my opinion. The Braxtons are planning to have a sit down. Tamar says she asked her sisters, what is this all about? And they never told her anything. So Towanda is there first. And then it's Trina. Then it is Toni. Then Tamar. They all greet each other with a phony greeting. It was all phony, and phony. Okay, this greeting. Okay, 4 phonies if you ask me. It was just fake. Just fake. And they try to make light of things before stuff get heated. Then Toni asks Towanda what is she eating. She said she eating oysters. She said, ain't that slime? I can't eat that. And they make jokes about fellatio. Like, don't you got a man? She said, I'm engaged. I don't care if you have a man. Don't swallow sperm. What are you doing? Why are you swallowing sperm? And then you wondering why you coughing and hacking like a damn man. And y'all spitting all over the goddamn place. You're gonna have chlamydia, gonorrhea, and craft of the throat. Don't swallow the sperm. Don't swallow it. What are you doing? You're gonna have STD of the throat. What are you doing? And don't kiss your kids on the lips if you swallowing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is that what the Braxtons are doing? They swallowing sperm? Oh my God. Your throat is gonna be itching and burning, I tell you. Your itch is gonna be burning. I said, don't tell you I didn't say. Don't tell you I did not say. Tamar said they try to destroy her businesses. First of all, I had to look up what her businesses is. Tamar do have businesses. She has a Tamar Braxton production where she is the highest talent on her production, where she got paid the most for returning to Wetv. She has the Braxton house where content creators could pay and film there and do their content there. And she's a singer. And she has a podcast. But the family lawyer sent it to her. They're like, how did he get my address? I said, this is all a fake scene to me, in my opinion. Because I feel like they're not sincere about healing. Because I'm like, if they were sincere about healing, why Ashley was not at the table? She was the most hurt behind all this. And why Ashley Braxton was not there, invited to the table for this conversation. I think they deserve it to her. to give it to that. At the end of the day, what you do unto others, it will return. And let me tell you, that's why you have to repent for your sins, because you cannot live the way you living and think you're going to be blessed, because God ain't gonna bless no mess. And at the end of the day, thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Have a good day. Bye.